Alright, the light is fading, so I may as well go into the St. Ninian's chapel or church. I'm not a church mouse though, so I'm not exactly sure what the right term is. But I'm here to find some milk cap, which is down among the graves, and I'm just a little bit skittish about going down there without anything to protect me. I have not been trained in sword play like one of my older brothers, whose name is Reepicheep, was trained in sword play. Oh, looky, there's a red flower. So that means that there might be a hidden chest nearby. I don't see any secret levers, and I don't see anything that I can really do here about finding a secret lever. So, I guess in that case, I'm going to. I'm really curious about what I'm supposed to do with that flower, but I'm not certain. Alright, well, let's just head over to the graveyard. Wait a minute. In answer to my prayers, there is a ladder. Surely, what I'm looking for is up this ladder, and I shall find the secret that I so desire somewhere up here in the monks' bedrooms. These remind me of the nice little holes in the walls, nice little cubbies that I had back in my forest home of Ashenvale. That's just a nickname for what I call my little portion of Mossflower Woods. Obviously, there's no such place as Ashenvale, but that's what I call it. And sometimes I just make up names for things because I'm a curious little mouse. Oh my gosh, I'm all turned around. Perhaps I've already gone the wrong direction. I surely did make a wrong turn. Oopsie, you must forgive me, self. For that is who I am talking to, is myself. Now here's something overlooking the wonderful pulpit down below. I still don't really see what I'm supposed to do in regards to that flower. Therefore, I shall make my way back and out of this place. Secrets undisturbed for centuries. Oh, why are my little mousy legs not hopping and skipping? There we go. That's much better. Alright. So, was it the abbot that sent me on this journey? Abbot Cedric, yes. He says that the milk cap might be growing among the graves of the poorly departed, which means I shall go into this spooky, spooky cemetery. Now, perhaps because I'm such a small little mouse, I could quietly move among these gravestones, and respectfully, mind you, move among these gravestones without really disturbing anyone who is sleeping profoundly here below. I don't understand these pots. How am I supposed to actually, find something here? There's no visible thing for me to do. Unless it's just hidden quite superiorly. I'm going to probably start ignoring those pots. Unless there is an obvious reward to be had. Now there's the central crypt. And let's see this mausoleum here. 2 pots. Perhaps those are just completely decoration and don't indicate a secret, although could my mommy have been lying to me all that time ago in my forest home when she said that there are secrets hidden by red pots? Maybe that was just something to keep my little. Oh, I think this is the milk cap. I don't know that I need to take all of it from this grave, but perhaps I do. All right, let's think about spelunking for a moment, shall we? Ah, St. Ninians, these walls have stood on this hallowed ground for as long as anyone can remember. No beast is certain who built this venerable old church, but it has served as a home to many beasts for countless seasons. Wait a minute. Is this milk cap? I think it is milk cap, actually. I need to reread the abbot's letter, because now I'm getting confused. It's very easy to confuse a nice little mouse. He definitely asked me to get milk cap. He said that it grows in the darkness. So I was actually expecting it to be something I had to pluck off the ground. But it appears that it was already plucked for me. So some nice beast, yeah, milk cap mushrooms, which is netherwort. So some nice beast has already harvested it and placed it in that chest for me. And now that I've collected 10 sprigs, I need to go south of St. Ninians to find the Great South Stream. So south would be this direction. So I'm just going to, instead of taking the milk cat back to the abbot, I need to go to the stream. Oh, because I'm still getting additional ingredients. So let us hop, skip, and jump our way to the south. That is a veritable thing to do. Since I've already come this far, there's no sense in going back to the abbey and then once again coming back to St. Ninians and then going back to the abbey. I shall just be an efficient little mouse and do it all in one trek. Now, I think this is the South Stream. I didn't notice a signpost, and I've never quite been this far away from home, so I'm going to assume this is the South Stream. Travel upstream to a small lake, the confluence of 2 tributaries, and the site of a lovely waterfall. A keen eye will see torches amidst the falls, and there you will find where a group of moles have struck a vein of precious gold. Gather the gold nuggets. Now, upstream, eh? Well, I believe... So I'm no longer on the map at the moment, so that won't be too useful to me. I'm going to go upstream. I guess I'm going to have to test the water below to determine which way is upstream. So let's first go down below this spooky bridge. It is quite dark. And to determine which way is upstream, I'm just going to throw one of these in the water and see which way it floats. Oh my, it sunk directly to the bottom. So, is upstream the way of the moon or the way of the sun? Well, I am a creature of the sun. So I'm going to I'm going to assume this is upstream. This is an eastward direction. And I'm looking for a small lake at the confluence of two tributaries. Or so I've been instructed by the abbot. Well, I almost just fell in a little mousy hole. I have to be careful because sometimes along the banks of a great river, you might encounter giant crabs, and they would pinch your whiskers off. I don't really want my whiskers to be pinched off. It's quite dreadful. In fact, I have one Uncle Mouse, whose name is Barnabas, and he has no whiskers on the right side of his face because all of his whiskers were pinched off by crabs. It's quite dreadful. If you are a mouse, you will know what I mean. But if you are not a mouse, that may be a foreign concept to you. So, okay, here are some little waterfalls. Although I'm really not finding the lake that I so desire to find. I suspect this may not actually be the place where the moles have collected gold. Hello? Are there any moles about? I'm in search of your gold. Well, I actually am not sure that I should have shouted that out because there could be stoats and weasel bandits in this area. This doesn't really look like the confluence of two tributaries, nor does it look like a lake. Although there's definitely some sort of activity here. Perhaps this is a beaver's dam? Oh, it's in quite disrepair. Now, I don't see the torches of the moles. I think I should actually be a little bit more mousily quiet while I am on this trek. This certainly does not look like the place I need to go. Rather than go any farther, I'm going to head back to the bridge, and I'm going to go moonways, because perhaps I have gone downstream by accident, instead of upstream, per my desire. And, I'm just going to be quiet, and I'm going to sneak upstream until I get there. So, I'm gonna do that. Alright, I have returned to the site of the bridge, and I'm going to continue my adventure in the direction that I might believe is upstream, based on what I read in the abbot's note. There is perhaps one other possibility, and that is as follows. This is not actually the stream that I'm looking for, and I have been waylaid by my mousy misunderstanding of the landscape here. But if that's the case, I'll just turn around once more and head back. Pumpkin pie. In the meantime, now here, this could be considered a tributary, could it not? I guess. But again, I do not see a lake. Oh, there's another tributary up to my right. I don't see a lake or a lovely waterfall as predicted by Abbot Cedric. So now I am wondering if this is in fact the right stream that I should be exploring. Perhaps it is not the right stream. I'll just go yet a bit further to confirm or deny my suspicions. And as I travel along, I must admit that I am very much enjoying my first adventure outside of my little mousy home in Mossflower Woods. It's, I suppose, somewhat uneventful to a trained explorer, but to a young mouse like me who's never been outside of the small vale, it's quite exciting. I feel as though I've been in danger, even though I guess I really have not. Except for that one point where I almost singed my whiskers on the lava. Now look, This certainly looks like a more grand set of waterfalls. I'm not sure if you would consider that a lake, but I do have a feeling this is more likely to be the place where the moles have discovered a vein of gold. Now, I do hope they're friendly moles because, well, I don't think Abbot Cedric would send me knowingly into danger. But I don't see the torches that were predicted. It is possible that I might need to wait until dusk, when the torches will shine more brightly against the evening sky. But it is also a dangerous time because I've been told that there are giant snakes that move about at night when the air is cool, and during the day they slumber under rocks. But I must admit, I've never seen a snake in this world, so I'm not actually sure. Okay, I'm pretty sure that I've completely chosen the wrong river to navigate for the last few mousy hours, and I won't tell anyone about this. If you don't, I wouldn't want to be embarrassed that I've gone off the trail and wasted my time. So I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna take a quick peek, a quick pick, a quick peek. My words have fumbled upon my tongue. A quick peek around here one last time, because this does look like it would be a prime spot for moles to dig. Although, that said, I'm not actually certain that moles like to dig in stone. I do think that moles prefer digging in the soft, loamy earth that could be moved easily aside by their muzzles and their tiny little four-toed feet. Actually, I don't know that I should speak rudely of moles and assume the number of toes that they have. Oh my, that hurt. Because I myself am a mouse with a certain number of digits, and I cannot confirm that all other mammals have the same number of digits on their paws. Well, there does appear to be nothing here whatsoever, so I am going to head back to the bridge once again, and then I will continue my journey to the south, assuming that I have chosen the wrong stream to ford. Oh well, these things happen. Alright, well, I'm going to continue up the road, from where I wrongly explored the river. I am heading south, I believe. The sun sets in the west. Yes, I am heading south. I was told that when I was a young mouse, that mosses only grow on one side of trees, but I can never remember what side of tree it's on. So I learned to tell direction by the setting sun and the rising moon. And by the way, there aren't any trees here, so I suppose that knowledge of moss really would not be helping me all that much in this present situation. At least not as much as a warm belly full of pumpkin pie. So we'll continue along this long trek to the south, and we're hoping to find the Great South Stream. We're hoping to find the Great South Stream. I've been away from home now, I think. Has it been a full week of setting and rising suns? I think perhaps it's been a full week. But I'm not 100% sure. So I'm just going to continue along this road like a weary traveler, and hopefully I will find a stream very soon. Oh, what is that shape in the darkness ahead? It appears to be some sort of an arch. Oh my. Oh my, this is a great stream. What has just happened to me? Oh, I was so enamored with crossing the Great Bridge that it passed by in the blink of an eye. Um, somehow I'm not certain how I should be going up or downstream, though, from this point. Am I really supposed to follow this? Is this really the Great South Stream? I do wish there was some indication. And am I truly supposed to follow it to the... they sigh. I'm gonna go along this coast for just a little bit to see if this is where there is a Great Lake. I really don't want to encounter anything evil along this way, because I do have the precious milk caps on my possession, with which to help Abbot Cedric cure a plague, a horrible and hideous plague. Have I ever had I've never had the plague. I won't be silly about it. It's not something to joke about, in fact. But I do often wonder about the plague and what symptoms might be encountered. Alright, I don't think this is the correct way. I'm gonna go the opposite way up the stream. And furthermore, the good thing about my little mousy disposition is that even if I did have the plague, I think I would keep up good spirits during the plague, just as I have kept up very positive spirits during this adventure. It's a trait that I've learned from my mother, who said, always keep up good spirits, little cheese, because good spirits are not haunting. Oh, I'm going to get some pumpkin pie here by this lovely river. Now, traveling at night, as it were, I do think that I should be able to see the torches much more easily. But this is my fourth foray up and down a stretch of water, and I've come up empty. I'm starting to get a little bit nervous, and I might cry just a little about not being able to save all the wonderful woodland beasts from the plague. I'm wiping a tear from my eye, and sometimes what I need to do at a time like this is to just stop in my wandering and rambling. When there is no hope in sight, I must recharge my spirits. I must recharge them so that I will be a happier mouse. And what I should do is just, oh no, don't fall off the cliff, little mouse. That would not be good. I'll just sit here, just for a moment, and I'm just going to think about my predicament. And I will trust to the stars and to my good intentions that I will find the answer to where I was supposed to go next in relation to the moles and the Great South Stream. I will just peer out over this great water and think, and maybe let the high grasses tickle my little mousy tail, and that will make me happy again, and I will know where to go. Yes.